So if you have a horse that lives in a stall, and when you go to the stall to get them out, they get all excited and they're rushing back and forth, and you open the door and they're pushing on you, that's probably not the best time to get them out. And I'll explain what I mean. I did a private clinic for some people here a few years ago, and the husband said his horse is like that. When he goes to the stall, his horse is really, really pushy. And how do I stop my horse from being pushy? What correction do I have to make? And so we went out I said, let's go work with your horse first. So we go out to their barn and we get to the front of the stall. He picks up the halter. And when he does, the horse inside starts pacing back and forwards and pushing against the bars. And he was about to go in. I said, oh, let's just stop for a second. And I distracted him. And I talked to him for probably 5 minutes or so. And in that 5 minutes, that horse went from rushing back and forth, like, you're going to get me out, we're going to do something. And the horse basically stopped anticipating that he was coming in. By the time and then I said, okay, well, let's go and see what your horse does. He opened the door, the horse stood there, he walked in and caught the horse, and there was no pushing to correct. Because what he'd done was, his halter hangs here, he'd consistently pick the halter up, catch the horse, take the horse out. So as soon as he showed up and picked that halter up, that horse knew what was coming. And he wanted to know, how do I correct all this behaviour? The behaviour didn't need correcting. What he needed to do was just separate arriving to the front of the stall and taking the horse out. So all the horse was doing was anticipating that he was going to go out. So if you've got a horse that when you show up to their stall, they're all pushy and they want to be around you, basically just wait here, stand here, and when they become disinterested, then just walk off. And then you would come back a little later, do it again, they get all excited, you're going to take me out. When they become disinterested, walk off, and keep doing that till you can show up to the front of their stall and they're kind of like, oh yeah, you're there, but they're not getting all excited or pushy. So that's how you can kind of get rid of that initial excitement and pushiness. Instead of correcting it, you can just set it up to where it's not there.